Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is pretty tough for me. I have 3 Halloween challenges that I'm doing. So I'm doing one for Ava Music Group, then Audio Imperia have teamed up with Metapop, and they're doing one as well, and Soundiron are also doing one. And I'm doing all 3, and I have uni work to do, and it's not great. But today's episode of orchestral programming is I'm going to basically take you through my process of what I did for one of the challenges, particularly the sound iron one. I'm not going to be talking about what I necessarily did. It's just going to be a time lapse of my process. And I think you're just going to get an insight into basically literally how I do composition. Unfortunately, I've not been able to capture the audio from Cubase, so that's why it's a time lapse, because I don't have the audio available. But I will put the finished demo at the very kind of beginning before the time lapse, so you'll basically be able to hear what it sounds like. I'll also make sure that it's at the end as well, so you kind of get the full thing. So I'll give like 30 seconds at the beginning, and then I'll put the full thing at the very end of the video. So if you want to hear what happens at the end, then by all means do that. I think without further ado, let's just get into the video. Okay, so we're here in Cubase, and I'll play the trailer. It's not a trailer. I'll play the video for you. It's only 1 minute 45. So here we go. So, like I mentioned in the intro, there's 2 other Halloween competitions that I'm doing. There's the Ava Music one, which does have footage, and that one is kind of like I don't know, like a very low budget kind of serial killer trailer kind of thing, which is pretty cool. Then I'm doing the Metapop one with Audio Imperia, and that one you just need to use 2 of the samples provided. There's no footage. There's no, like, you can do whatever you want with it, really. Just you have to use the samples provided, but you can use anything else. And then obviously there's the Soundiron one, which I literally found about just like last night. And I say last night, I mean on the 21st of October, just in case you watch this video in the future. And obviously when this video is posted, it'll be in the future. So 21st of October, I literally found out. I don't even think it was 21st. I think it was literally like 1 a.m. on Saturday the 22nd of October. But as you can see from the images, it's a very kind of abstract thing, which is nice. So this is going to be really useful because it's going to be soundscapes, sound beds, ambience, Foley, maybe some live recordings. Nothing too melodic. There might be a bit of melodic in there, but mostly just focusing on the morphology of the images, which I think is really cool. It's very different. I think this is the end. Yeah. All right. So, Halloween isn't a genre that I really work for a lot. So I didn't really have a lot of stuff. The stuff that I had, kind of in my folder already. And let me just see if I can help. So there's Sirens, which is by Sonixma. There's a link in the description below. They have their freebie sustains, and I think you can do some cool stuff with the kind of depth and control. Also, I'm not sure if there is any audio to this video. There probably won't be, and if there isn't, I do sincerely apologize. there is literally no other way for me to record this video. I've tried Soundflower, and then OBS was like, no, your Mac is out of OS range, so I can't even use OBS. Look, this, honestly, I really want to do this video. This is what I have to do. So there's this, and then I think there was some stuff in Project Sam's Free Orchestra, like Ghostly Clusters, the Ominous Lows, maybe the Luminous Choir, I think, and Wild Winds. I think you can do some pretty cool stuff with that. Kinetic Treats, I think, is some nice, like maybe some kind of little Foley pieces. The Ibredo Cinematic Free Edition, I think, is maybe nice for sound beds. And I did go on a huge splurge. So I got this Haunted Glass Contact from Piano Book. So that's a new thing. And sorry if this takes me a while to figure out. Audio with their Haunted Choir. Most of these are free. In fact, I think all of these are free actually. So yeah, they're all in the description below. So if you want to go. And then I have some Ghost Hack, and I think I have Ghost Hack Horror Sounds 2 and the Horror Sounds as well. So there's that. There's Mechanica Redux from Sonora Cinematic. I don't know, I can't remember. That's got some like textures that might be really cool. Ras Sound with their Joker tones, that's pretty cool. Viago is very much like a lot of ambient kind of stuff, so I think we could do something with that. Relict, which is by Silence and Other Sounds, I think they have that's good. Then I believe it's Rocket Stock, something like that. It's like a smaller company owned by Shutterstock, and they have like a horror sound effects pack for free, so I just grabbed those. I got this Sound Effects Wizard Scrape Swell from Piano Book as well. Waves Factory have their... I don't think I unzipped it, but Waves Factory have Whispers, so that's also in there as well. Yeah, all of these are free, so I don't really know where to start. I have so much stuff I could possibly use. Oh, and 8DO ASMR stuff apparently was recommended by a Native Instruments blog on mysterious stuff that you can use. So, hey ho. Labs as well. Labs has some stuff, I think, that might be really cool to play around with. They have their amplified, if I can find it, because I have so much stuff. There is maybe something from Tape Orchestra. They have their Scary Strings. They have their amplified cello quartet, which is really good. Cello moods, if you use the tension ones, maybe Wistfulness as well. Maybe the Warped Micah's Choir might be really interesting. Foghorn, I think Foghorn can be pretty mysterious. Alright, and yeah, okay, so let's do something. Okay, so as you can see on the side, I've just quickly added in some of the kind of new libraries that I got literally this morning, and some libraries that I've had and have maybe never used. So excuse the organization, but yeah, I haven't included everything purely because I may not even use them, and I may not even use the stuff that I have here right now. I just thought this would be really cool. So the video is up in the top corner. It's, for the most part, really out of the way, so I can just see what's happening, but I don't need to particularly look at it. I don't really have a plan. I don't have something in mind. I'm just gonna go with the flow, I guess. The intro already has a little, like, I don't know, the Soundiron Brom. Unfortunately, the way that the audio works is that you're not gonna pick up any of the actual audio from Cubase. If you want to basically see the video and hear what I've done to it, then go ahead to the timestamp. So this is going to be a time lapse because this might take me a really long time and I don't think I can talk, and I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible. But before I go into the time lapse, I'm just going to quickly go through what I've just pulled up here. So Project Sam's the free orchestra, they had a recent new update. So this is the new GUI, and so it's a lot nicer looking. I can actually show you what it used to look like. It used to look like this, really tiny. It did the job, it was okay, but this is much better. So, you have your dials here, everything's kind of here, but you do have a new advanced, so you can actually change how much of the keys that you want, which is really cool. You can shift it, there's round robins, because I don't think we didn't have control of like half of this stuff, I'll be honest, like in terms of velocity or any of this stuff. It was not here. Oh, and this is a really cool thing, note stacker. So I mean, you won't hear it, but basically it's like octaves a bit. So if you play a C, if you put a note stacker, like it says here at the bottom, it will stack a major third. Sorry, it will stack a perfect fourth on top of all notes. So no matter what note you play, so you can just stack octaves. You don't actually have to play octaves, which is really nice, really easy. But yeah, it's really nice. And I believe on the side here, you can actually see what they used to have. So they used to have basses, drones, basic clusters. So the new library includes most of these instruments. The only difference is that I think everything else is the same. Yes, everything else is the same, but they added these Wretched Risers and Organ Mystique, which I've also planned to use. They also had these 5 multis in the old one, and now they have like 12. So they have A Sign of Hope, Climbing the Tree, Dancing Daggers, Haunting Holograms, and Resistance, and they have some new ones as well. So they've done really well. But yeah, so we have Dystopian Drones, then we have Ghostly Clusters, we have Ominous Lows, and Wild Winds, Wild Winds, and then we have Organ Mystique, which is new. This is Haunted Glass, which I got from Piano Book, and it's just basically a glass of water, and it's like, you play with the rim of the glass. And yeah, it's an instrument, which is really cool. So the main engine, they have an effects engine, then there's like a rhythm engine and an output engine. So I mean, yeah, all of this stuff that I'm about to show you is absolutely free. So go ahead and get it. There's Haunted Audio by Fluffy Audio. There's this one, and there's also another one. So you have mic positions and reverb setting, and that's pretty much it. I'll be honest with you, mic positions in a free library is not something you get, and it's part of the Dominus library, which is, I think, one of the really good vocal libraries. Then there is Ghost Hack, and I have the Horror Sounds 2. So as you can see here, there's like some drones, scripts and synths, and then I have Horror Sounds 1. So that's what that file is there. Then we have Labs, and it's like I mentioned in the beginning, we got organic textures, focal, and all that stuff. Magnetica Redux from Sonora. Sonora. So that's what this looks like, and it's just like an ambient soundscape kind of one. We have Joker Tones by Ross Sound. It's supposed to be inspired by, I guess, the story of the Joker and again, it's like a kind of pad kind of ambient thing going on there. R.A. Viago, which is like a soundscape texture kind of library, and they have a whole different kind of whole patch. This is just the one I have by default. And then there's Relict, excuse the spellings, but there's Relict, which is by Silence and Other Sounds, and it's supposed to be like impacts, rises, basically like horror, but like cinematic horror. So there's all sorts of, there's like impacts, rises, glitches, and atmospheres here. And then there's the Whispers by Waves Factory, which is basically female male voices kind of whispering these sounds, and you can just change the effect. And I do believe the background does change. I think it's this one. One of them is like the background changes, and then like a little girl just like, I don't think it's this. No, it's not this pack. I don't think it's this pack, but one of the pack is like a little girl like just jumps out at you. Creepy. But yeah, those are the few that I've loaded up. Let's not waste any more time, and let's start creating. And again, I apologize for the lack of audio, so I'm not actually able to play through any of these instruments. So, and I would love to do like a real-time thing, but yeah, for the sake of this video, I think the only way we can do this is just time-lapse it and basically show you what I come up with at the end. So enjoy the time-lapse.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy, and silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. It sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck, everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep, don't give a fuck. Can't stop, unplug, feeling overwhelmed, I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy, gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it, I'm still searching and I'm still learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret in front of me. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis if I keep moping. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff.